Hello, Internet! Shelf is here, and it's time for another episode of Arena Time here on ShoutStone. Once again, we're following Trump's run through the arena. We are currently entering Game 6. He is up 3-2 on his run through the arena. Still one loss away from being ousted, but let's see how well it goes. Let's get into the action right now. It is Garrosh versus Rexxar. Trump playing the part of Garrosh Hellscream the Warrior, and Justify playing the part of Rexxar the Hunter. So I experimented a little bit on Monday with some production type changes, some extra post-production stuff, and I'm not too excited about it. It didn't really come out the way that I was hoping it would. So I'm probably going to save any production changes until I can get some additional stuff purchased. You'll see what I mean. Hopefully within the next couple weeks or so, I can make some changes. But for now, we'll just keep soldiering on. And if there's anything you all want to see, let me know. Anything in particular. But here we go. Justify starting things off with Animal Companion, getting Misha right off the bat, a 4/4 minion with Taunt. One of 3 options you can get out of here. And Trump going to take it out of action immediately by popping Heroic Strike. He did armor up on his last turn, so he only eats a couple points of damage. A very nice exchange on that turn, I think. Justify going to blow his hero power and probably pass the turn here. So an Arathi Weaponsmith coming out for Trump. He's going to get that 2/2 weapon. Not going to attack with it yet. Probably going to hold on to it to use for a little bit of removal as the game moves on. Twilight Drake comes out, nicely buffed up. That is the version 2 of the Twilight Drake. Now, the old version of the Twilight Drake was much, much more powerful. You'd actually get +1/+1 for every card in your hand instead of just +1 HP. Plays that Kor'kron Elite and upgrade. We'll use it to take out the Drake and deal a couple points of damage to Rexxar. So, again, he's holding on to that weapon, using it for removal purposes. He did trigger that upgrade, which boosted it 1/1. So that allows him to get an extra point of durability out of it, an extra point of damage. And he sacrificed the Kor'kron Elite, as well as a few points of health to get that minion off the field. Probably a good move for a 4 damage minion, especially when it's buffed up to 7 HP. But we'll have to see how the Hunter player wants to respond here. We're still kind of early in the game, so I think he's going to want to get some minions out on the field. Looks like he will drop a Chillwind Yeti and a Secret Keeper. So we could be dealing with a Hunter deck that has a few good secrets in it, and they usually do. Alright, gonna play Cleave, and we'll manually take out that minion again. And see, this is what I like about Trump, and you can see it a lot, is he will use his health as a resource the way players should. Like, most players, when you first get into Hearthstone, you're under the impression that, oh my god, my health is such a valuable resource, I can't just be throwing it away. But the way Trump plays, he'll use it, and he knows that the only point of health that really matters is the last one. And with a deck like the Warrior deck, sometimes that's what you gotta do. But anyway, we saw a multi-shot there to clear the field. He did get an extra card draw off of that Acolyte of Pain, and a secret has been put into play for the Hunter player. So now we have a Dark Iron Dwarf coming out. We'll get Explosive Shotted, and we'll serve to clear the field. So some pretty good removal coming out for this Hunter player. And as for the secret, we know it at least is not Snipe. But we could probably be looking at an Explosive Trap. It's going to be my best guess. That's usually the most common secret you see in the arena for Hunters. Every now and then you'll see a Snake Trap, but it's few and far between, I think. Alright, so Abomination out there, Gurubashi Berserker, and a good play of the Deadly Shot that will deal some damage across the field. But it will serve to buff up that Berserker a little bit. And Trump is starting to hit that halfway point. He's definitely in a more dangerous position than his opponent. While he does have the card advantage and he does have that weapon, it is getting to the point where sacrificing health is going to be extremely risky. So we're going to have to see what he wants to do here. He's going to drop that Violet Teacher, it looks like. And will he? He will. Alright, so he is going to attack in and play both of his Inner Rages offensively to take that Berserker out. So that's an interesting play there, and he burns 2 spells, which allows him to get some extra minions on the field. This could be a very interesting game. I like Trump's play here. It's really aggressive. It's risky. I mean, it's very high risk. You know, he's getting his health really low, but he's still got plenty. You know, he's still in a very good point. Alright, he does have another Cleave. He could use that to essentially clear the field. Is he going to play Commanding Shout, though, which is a very beneficial spell. Keeps any minion from dying. But he does want to figure out what that spell is, or what that secret is. And by playing Commanding Shout, it will prop another minion. Does have a Core Crown Elite. He could play that. Here he goes. He's going to trigger that secret, which is probably going to be an Explosive Trap. No, it's a Freezing Trap instead. Interesting. We don't see that very often. And see, that was a risky play there because he should have attacked in with one of those cheaper low-cost minions just to blow the secret. But he will play Cleave instead after recasting. Clears the field once more, and everything is still alive. So, probably actually worked out okay. You know, I mean, it got the secret out of play. Probably could have been more beneficial to attack with one of the lower cost minions, but not the end of the world. He's still got plenty of minions out there. They were all buffed with Commanding Shout, so nothing died. Another secret coming into play. And going to play Kill Command. And then Arcane Shot that minion out of play. So the Violet Teacher falls. Pops another Steady Shot to get rid of that armor, but this is going to be very interesting. So now, again, we don't know what that secret is. Looks like he's going to try and trigger it. Alright, so the risk is very high that it's Snipe. Which means he's got to be careful with what he plays here. He's going to play that Warsong Commander, and it will be Snipe. So that minion will die. But he doesn't really need it, because he has that Core Crown Elite, which has charge built into it. He gets it out there, buffs up again his armor. And he's looking to be in a really good position right now. He's got a huge minion advantage. The field is very heavy. Yeah, you know, Justify has a slight health advantage and a slight card advantage, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Alright, so he drops that Twilight Drake, pops his hero power, but he only gets a 4/2 Drake out of it. Not exactly what I think he was hoping for. This could be a very easy trade to clear the field, but I have to see what he decides to do here. Yep, he is going to clear the field using a couple of those little guys. Plays the Cruel Taskmaster on the Core Crown Elite, and drops that Stampeding Kodo. So, it is danger time for Justify. He was looking very good early on, but now he has to get some removal out here. He has to get rid of that Core Crown Elite, and he has to take out at least 2 other minions. So he is going to manage to take out the Core Crown Elite. He'll pop a Steady Shot, but that's all he can do. His game is over, and he does concede because his back was against the wall. So game over. Trump manages to eke out another victory. He actually does very well. Like I said, it was a super aggressive play. It was very risky early on. I mean, he got his health fairly low, but he, again, knows how to play, and he knows what he's doing. So he used his health as that resource and just knocked it out of the park. So there you have it. That's going to do it for this episode of Arena Time and on ShoutStone, and we will be back tomorrow with more. We'll be back on Friday with the next round of the arena, so don't miss that. And yeah, that's all I really got. So don't forget to like this video, leave a comment if you have anything in particular that you'd like to see, or if you have any questions for me. Subscribe so you can get daily Hearthstone updates, and find me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. So, thanks again for watching, folks, and I will see you all next time.